Good morning. Next reaction intermediate is carbanion. Last class we have discussed carbocation and next is carbanion. In carbanion, this carbanion is an anionic intermediate in which the carbon atom carries a negative charge. So what is carbanion? It's a carbanion is an anionic intermediate reaction intermediate in which the carbon atom carries a negative charge. Okay, example, look at it here. CH3, a pair of electron and a negative charge. Methyl anion, CH3, CH2, pair of electron and a negative charge. CH3 twice CH, okay, and CH3 thrice C. Okay, here you can see that the carbon atom is carrying a negative charge. Such intermediates are known as carbanions. Okay. Now, formation of carbanion. How these carbanions are formed as an intermediate formation. Formation of carbanion. First method. By the heterolytic cleavage of a carbon sigma bond in such a way that the carbon retains the bond pair of electron. So, heterolytic cleavage of first method, heterolytic cleavage of a carbon sigma bond in which the carbon retains the bond pair of electrons. Look at here. We are taking acetylene CH triple bond CH. Okay. This is our compound. When it is reacting with NH2 minus, okay, NH2 minus, this is acting as a strong base NH2 minus. So what will happen? This NH2 minus will abstract this proton, only it will take this H plus. That time what will happen? This bond pair of electron will be shifted to carbon. Okay, so this is the first method by the heterolytic cleavage of a carbon, you can take carbon hydrogen bond. By the heterolytic cleavage of a carbon sigma bond, this sigma bond is breaking. How it is breaking? Heterolytic cleavage. That means, see, H plus is going from here and in such a way that the carbon is retaining the bond pair of electron. This bond pair of electron is coming back to carbon. So what you will get? We get CH triple bond C, okay, a pair of electron, and because this 2 electron is shifting to carbon, carbon is getting a pair of electron, and of course it will have a negative charge, plus what will form? NH2 minus will change into NH3. This is the first method by the heterolytic cleavage of a carbon sigma bond in which the carbon atom takes the bond pair of electron. Okay. Now second method. By the decomposition of certain anions like carboxylate ion. Okay. Second method, by the decomposition of certain anions like carboxylate ion. Okay. How will you write carboxylate ion? Look at it here. CH3 COO minus. This is carboxylate ion. Okay. Example, this is acetate ion. In general formula of carboxylate ion is what is that? COO minus. So this is a carboxylate ion. This is acetate ion. Look at here what is happening. This acetate ion. Look at here. CH3. Actual structure of acetate ion is C double bond O and O minus. Okay. So it will decompose in such a way that, look at it here, this negative charge, or this is a pair of electron and a negative charge, this will be shifted to here. That time what will happen? This bond breaks from here and it will move to carbon. So what you will get? We get CH3. Since this bond pair electron is coming to carbon, a pair of electron and a negative charge, plus what will form CO2, carbon dioxide, because this pair of electron, okay, CO minus means of course it will have a pair of electron and a negative charge. This pair of electron will be shifted to here. So what will happen? It will change into C double bond O, or you can write it as a CO2, and we are getting a carbon ion here. Okay, this is the second method by the decomposition of certain ions like carboxylate ion. Example, this is a carboxylate ion. What is this? Acetate ion. What is acetic acid? Acetic acid is CH3COH. Okay, when H plus is going, what will happen? Actual structure of acetic acid double bond of OH. Okay, when H plus is moving, what will happen? It will, this bond is, and it will get a negative charge. Okay, and a pair of electron. So CH3COO minus. Okay, it will decompose. It can decompose like this. How it will decompose? This O minus. That means this is a pair of electron. It will be shifted to here. That time this bond breaks from this carbon and it will move to this carbon. So this carbon is getting a pair of electron and a negative charge. This is our carbon ion. Plus what will form? Plus carbon dioxide. And third method of formation of carbon ion by the decomposition of alkyl magnesium halide. Okay, by the decomposition of alkyl magnesium halide. Example, look at it here. By the decomposition of generally you can see that organometallic compound by the decomposition of organometallic compound. Example, look at it here. CH3 MgBr, okay, or CH3 CH2 MgBr. Okay, this is a Grignard reagent, alkyl magnesium halide. This is organometallic compound. What will happen? You can see that here this bond is between carbon and metal magnesium. This bond breaks from magnesium, and this will be shifted to carbon. So what we will get? We get CH3 CH2, a pair of electron and a negative charge, plus MgBr, this magnesium is getting a positive charge. So this way also, by the decomposition of organometallic compound, okay, carbon and metal, this bond breaks and this bond pair of electron will be shifted to carbon, and of course the metal part will get a positive charge and this part will get a negative charge, CH3 CH2 minus. Okay, these are the three different ways the carbon ions are forming. Okay. Next is hybridization in carbon ion. Hybridization. Hybridization in carbon ion. Okay. In carbon ions, the carbon is in the negatively charged carbon is in sp3 hybridized state. What is that? sp3 hybridized state. Okay. Hybridization in carbon ion. So carbon atom in the carbon ion is in sp3 hybridized state. So look at here how the hybridization. We know that the carbon ground state 1s2, 2s2, 2p2. That means here it is 1s2 and here it is 2s2 and here it is 2p2. Okay, 2p2. Excited state. What is the excited state? This one of the 2s electron will be shifted to vacant p orbital. So here it will become, here it is as it is 1s2, no change. Here it is 1 and here it is okay, 1, 2, and since this is shifted, here it will become 3. Okay, now you can see that this will undergo hybridization, and of course this is carbon, but we know that in carbon ion, what is that? Carbon is having a negative charge. That means it is having an extra electron. So that electron will be here. Okay, that electron will be here. So you can see that this is one more electron is here. Now look at it here, or after mixing, okay, look at it here. Here it will change into sp3 hybridized orbital. Look at it here, sp3 hybrid. How many sp3? 4 sp3 hybridized orbital. 4 sp3 hybridized orbital. This is the case of normal carbon atom. But in carbon ion, carbon is having a negative charge. That means CH3 is a pair of electron and a negative charge. A negative charge means how this negative charge is coming. Actually, it is CH4. Okay, CH4. Look at here, H plus is going. it's this electron is carbon's electron, and when H is going, this hydrogen this electron belongs to hydrogen atom will move to carbon. That means this will get an extra electron from the other covalent bonded atom. Okay. So that electron is shown here. Now this is, you can see that how many hybridized orbitals are there? 4 sp3 hybridized orbitals are there. In the case of carbanion, this is the case of carbanion. Carbon is having a negative charge. That means it will have an additional electron. Negative charge means it will have an additional electron. How it is getting an additional electron? When the carbon sigma bond breaks heterolytically, the carbon will take the electron from the leaving atom. That extra electron will come to carbon. That is why this extra electron. Now look at here, sp3 hybridization. There are 4 sp3. These are all sp3 hybridized orbitals. Now look at here. 1. How many sp3 hybridized? 4 are there. 2, 3. Okay. 3 sp3 3 and fourth sp3 hybridized orbital. How many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 sp3 hybridized orbitals are there. Suppose if this is CH3 minus, this is the carbanion, what will come here? Here the first hydrogen atom will come. That means here the CH, this sigma bond will form, sp3 s sigma bond. Here also the next hydrogen atom will come, sp3 s sigma bond. Here also hydrogen will come, this is sp3 s sigma bond. So here 3 hydrogen atoms are coming, and it will make 3 bonds. And the 4th sp3 hybridized orbital, this will contain unshared pair of electron. Here what will be there? This unshared pair of electron. Okay, that's, I think it is clear to you. You can see that there are 4 sp3 hybridized orbital. Out of 4 sp3 hybridized orbitals, 3 sp3 hybridized orbital will be utilized for making 3 sigma bonds, and the 4th sp3 hybridized orbital is containing the unshared pair of electron. And of course, since this is having a sp3 hybridization, it will have a tetrahedral geometry. What is the shape of the molecule? And a carbanion, it will be tetrahedral. Hope it is very clear to you. Okay. There are 4 sp3 hybridized orbital. Out of 4 sp3 hybridized orbital, 3 are used for making the sigma bonds, and the 4th one is containing the unshared pair of electrons. Clear? Okay. Now, stability of carbanion. Stability of carbanion. The order of stability, we can see that, look at here, just opposite to our carbocation's stability. Here you can see that CH3, CH3, CH3. Okay, this is a tertiary carbanion. This is least stable. Okay, then what will come? CH3 twice CH, and you can see that here, if you take CH3, okay, this methyl cation, this is more stable than tertiary carbanion. The reason is that plus I effect of methyl group. Here you can see that the methyl group is having a plus I effect, electron pushing effect. 1, 2, 3. Okay, there are 3 methyl groups are there, 3 alkyl groups are there. Alkyl groups are having plus I effect. It will push the electron towards this carbon. So what will happen? Already this carbon is having a negative charge. It has a particular amount of electron density is present on this carbon. By now, in addition to that, because of the plus I effect of the alkyl group, what will happen? The electron density on this carbon, this electron density will increase. When the charge density is increasing on the carbon, it will destabilize. So because of the plus I effect of alkyl groups, there will be a destabilization for the carbanion. This carbanion is destabilized by the increase in the number of alkyl groups. As the number of alkyl groups are increasing, what will happen to the stability of carbon ion? The stability of carbon ion will decrease, or you can say that the carbon ion is destabilizing by the increasing in the number of alkyl groups due to the plus I effect of the alkyl group. The charge density will increase. If the charge is increasing, means it will result in destability of that molecule. So here you can see that in CH3, here there is no alkyl group, therefore plus I effect is not there, therefore this anion, this carbon ion is more stable than secondary or tertiary. Clear? Okay, other carbon ions, if you take allyl anion, so next is B, allyl anion. Allyl anion. What do you mean by allyl anion? Look at here, CH2, double bond, CH, single bond, CH2. Okay, the pair of electron. This is allyl anion. Allyl anion. Allyl anion can be stabilized by resonance. This anion, okay, this is an anion because this carbon is having a pair of electron and a negative charge. This can be stabilized by resonance. What do you mean by resonance? Look at here. This pair of electron will be shifted to here. So then what will happen? This one of this bond will be shifted to this carbon. So what is that? What structure will get? CH2. Here is a pair of electron. Here it will become single bond CH, double bond CH2. In the next step, what will happen? This will come here. So it can stabilize by resonance. So allyl anion is stable. Why this anion is stable? Because this anion can be stabilized by resonance. Second, third one, benzyl anion. Benzyl anion. Benzyl anion. What do you mean by benzyl anion? Look at here. Okay, here it is CH2. Okay, a pair of electron and a negative charge. Okay. This anion, okay, this anion is also can be stabilized by resonance. This anion is also stable. How it is stable? Why it is stable? It can be stabilized by resonance. Look at here. This pair of electron will come to here. So between these two carbon, that time what will happen to this bond? This bond will be shifted to this carbon. So what you will get? You will get a structure like this. Okay, here it will become CH2, correct? Here it will become CH2. And since this pair of electron is moving to this carbon is getting a pair of electron and a negative charge. Okay, here it is. Now in the next step, what will happen? This will come here between these two. Then what will happen? This pair of electron will move to this carbon and it will continue. Okay, that you no, you can write the resonance structure for this structure. Okay, so benzyl anion is also stabilized by resonance. Okay, so these anions are stable. What type of anions? Allyl anion is stable, benzyl anion is stable. Now another one more D, cyclopentadienyl anion. And the last one we discuss cyclopentadienyl anion. Okay, cyclopentadienyl anion. Look at here. What is that? Okay, here it is like this, and here you can see it's a pair of electron, and this carbon is having a negative charge. This also can be stabilized by resonance. This is cyclopentadienyl anion. How it is stabilizing? Look at here. This will come here. Okay, then what will happen? This bond will be shifted to here. So you get the structure like this. Okay, here it is like this. Since this pair of electron is moving here, here is a double bond. This double bond is here, and since this double bond is shifting to this carbon is getting a pair of electron and a negative charge. And in the next step, this will come between these two carbon. So this double bond will be shifted to this carbon. Okay, this carbon, and it will go like this. That means this cyclopentadienyl anion is also stabilized by resonance. Look at this. This cyclopentadienyl is aromatic in nature because you can see that for aromaticity there must be 4n plus 2 pi electron. Here you can see that 2, and you can see that here it's unshaded pair, this pair of electrons. So total number of pi electron is taking as 6. So 4n plus 2, when n equal to 1, you will get 4 into 1 plus 2, 6. So this is aromatic in nature, cyclopentadienyl carbon atom. This is according to Huckel's rule. That means 4n plus 2 pi electrons. 2 plus 2, 4 plus this pair of electrons, 6. 6 pi electrons can be taken. So what is that? When n equal to 1, you will get 4 into 1 plus 2, 6. Okay. So it is satisfying the what is that? Aromaticity rules. Okay. So that's all about carbanion. Thank you. We'll continue in the next class.